Let's talk about trade wars, specifically, the latest US-China standoff. On Friday, President Trump announced a 100% tariff on all Chinese imports. That's not a tax hike. It's a near-total shutdown of trade between the world's two largest economies. The tariffs, plus new export controls on critical software, hit November 1st, just in time to wreck your holiday shopping. China, unsurprisingly, called the move hypocritical and a classic double standard. This isn't just about pricier iPhones, it's a declaration of economic war. Trump's administration wants to force US companies to abandon China overnight, a sledgehammer approach. Beijing's response? Cautious but firm. We don't want a tariff war, but we're not afraid of one. They haven't announced their counterpunch yet, but you can bet it's coming. The world's two biggest economies are now locked in a high-stakes game of chicken, and we're all along for the ride. Why did Trump go nuclear on tariffs? Because China just played its trump card, rare earths. A day before Trump's announcement, Beijing restricted exports of technology for mining and processing rare earth elements, the backbone of modern tech. China controls nearly 90% of global rare earth processing. These metals power everything from smartphones to electric vehicles to military hardware. By holding back the tech, China isn't just withholding ingredients, it's hiding the recipe. This move threatens the Pentagon's supply chain and the global green energy transition. It's China's economic nuclear option, leveraging the West's dependence. Building new supply chains takes years and massive investment. China's message, you can't live with us, but you can't live without us. This trade blow-up didn't come out of nowhere. Tensions have been rising since trade talks in Madrid collapsed last month. The US has blacklisted Chinese tech firms and slapped new port fees on China-linked ships, moves Beijing sees as direct attacks. Each action added to a cycle of retaliation, raising the stakes and the risk of miscalculation. The failed Madrid talks convinced both sides that confrontation is the only way forward. The timing is critical. The APEC summit in South Korea was supposed to be a chance for Trump and Xi to meet. Now, that meeting, and any hope of de-escalation, looks unlikely. Both leaders are flooring the accelerator, driven by domestic pressures and a belief they can win this standoff. What does this mean for you? Get ready for higher prices on everything. A 100% tariff means American importers pay double for Chinese goods, and those costs hit your wallet. China isn't just the world's factory, it's the source of countless components in global supply chains. These tariffs will disrupt industries worldwide, causing shortages, delays, and even more price hikes. China's rare earth curbs threaten green tech and defense. Wind turbines, electric vehicles, and military gear all rely on rare earths processed almost exclusively in China. The Pentagon faces a major supply chain vulnerability. Taiwan, a semiconductor powerhouse, says it's insulated for now, but it's caught in the crossfire. The US sees protecting Taiwan's chip industry as a national security priority. The island is now a pawn in this superpower tug-of-war. The trade war casts a long shadow over Taiwan. The US wants to protect Taiwan's chip industry, not just for democracy, but for strategic survival. Taiwan is deeply tied to both China and the US, making it vulnerable to shocks from either side. The more the US and China clash, the more Taiwan becomes a flashpoint. Could both sides blink and return to talks? Maybe, but nationalism and distrust make that unlikely. More escalation is the safer bet. China will retaliate, the US will answer, and the economic Cold War will deepen. The fallout? Fractured supply chains, inflation, and a higher risk of military confrontation. Buckle up. There's no off-ramp in sight.